Hi everybody, this is Abigail. Whoa, it sounds like I'm recording a voicemail. This is basically my first time filming a video and then recording a voiceover for it. So if this turns out a little bit awkward, I'm sorry. It's because I'm not skilled at this yet, or yeah. So how are you all doing? I feel like it's been a long time since I filmed a video, but it hasn't. It's only been 1 week, but basically I've been wanting to sit down and draw for a while. Sometimes I get kind of stressed out, and my favorite way to combat being stressed is by sitting down and listening to music. Usually I listen to quite calm music when I draw, just because that way I can focus on the drawing instead of the music. But this time I actually listened to really loud, I don't know, basically anything that I have in my iTunes playlist of all of my music that exists. So there was a good mixture of piano and K-pop and alternative and Japanese rock alternative type stuff and anything basically. If any of you want a video on song recommendations, I would be happy to do that. Music is extremely important to me, and I kind of can't live without it. So something I'm very passionate about is music. So again, if you're interested in learning about the types of music and artists that I look up to and like listening to, then just let me know in the comments. So a little bit about this drawing. It's nothing special. It's basically just as you can see, a bust of a person. I'm really terrible at drawing males, so I generally just draw really pretty females. I spent quite a bit of time trying to get the nose right, as you can see. I sped this up about 4 times, so the entire video ended up being about 45 minutes, I think. But after cutting out a few pieces and cropping out, bits and bobs that I didn't want in here, like erasing or thinking or twiddling my pencil or whatever, yeah, it shortened down pretty well. That jump, you can see that I added the lips. I actually had to use a reference for that. I'm still pretty crap at drawing mouths, so I spent a little time finding a reference that I liked and took, pieces from random pictures that I liked and slapped it on her face. I also usually don't draw teeth, but actually I don't know if you can see it yet at this part, but I drew a couple teeth up front, so yay for something slightly different. And here you can see that I drew this strange circle thing around her head. It's not her hairline, her hair is underneath, it's actually a hood. That's the other thing I had to use a reference for. So the lips and the hood. I am also not very good at drawing clothing, which is why I often end up just drawing heads and eyes and upper body type pictures, because I don't know, you know what they say, you kind of tend to lean toward things that you're more comfortable with. But I would like to grow my skills as a artist, question mark. Just because, I don't know, I'm passionate about it and I really enjoy it, but I tend to stick to my comfort zone when I draw, so I should try some new things besides just teeth. Let's see, anything else I want to say about this picture? I just kind of jumped around as far as when I turned the camera on in order to film, so if you're wondering how I got certain steps done, basically I was just doing whatever the camera was showing you, but then spent a lot of time trying to perfect lines and highlights and shadows and all of that good stuff. So, last little thing about this drawing, One of my favorite techniques that I learned about online, I don't remember where, but if I can find it, I will tell you, is to smear the pencil around, not smear, but blend the pencil around, as you'll see me do in a little bit. I use a tissue, which is so professional. I just use a piece of tissue and blend the pencil so that it becomes a little bit more of a solid color for her hair, and then darken bits that I want to be more shadowed, and then use my twist up thin eraser that you can see right here to add highlights, and that will happen pretty soon. Anyway, so just a little update about life in general. Just been going to work every day. I work, as I said in I think one of my videos, I work from Wednesdays to Sundays. So my what's it called? My weekends are on Mondays and Tuesdays, which is why I get to film. Although I don't really know how that's going to change during the school year. I do plan on continuing making videos, but yeah, I just have to figure out a day that works. So, but for now, it's going to stay being Mondays. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Work has been okay. Last week was really tough. This week was also pretty tough. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I was just not doing as well mentally or what, but hopefully next week goes better. I guess another part of it is I've been having kind of strange sleep. So I'm not known for, but I always have very intense dreams. So it takes me forever to fall asleep, as I mentioned in my loud-mindedness video, because my brain is so freaking loud. But then once I fall asleep, I have extremely vivid dreams that are most often nightmares, but they do make for interesting stories to tell. So I do plan on making a video about dreams at some point, if anyone's interested. I think it would be kind of fun to film. Let's see, I have 2 more minutes to talk. Let's see. Okay, so in August, so about half a month from now, at the very beginning, my roommate and I are going to visit my other roommate in Chicago, and I'm so excited because at the same time as I get to go visit her, I get to visit a few of my internet friends. The 2 of them I've never met before in person, so I'm extremely excited. I have a countdown thing on my phone. What's it called? An app. I have an app that counts down the days and hours and minutes and seconds until I get to go, and I'm so excited. It'll be my longest break for the summer. I think I'll be gone for like 6 or 7 days, so super excited for that. And yeah, just plodding along throughout the summer, trying to stay sane. Work always makes it kind of hard to stay sane for me, just because it's, you know, repeating the same things every day instead of getting to go out and do other things. But that is life, I suppose. Oh yeah, I slowed it way down. Now it feels really weird to watch this in real time. But I'm just signing my name. How exciting. And yeah, I hope you liked this style of video. If you do, let me know, because I can do them again, because then it lets me sketch as well. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!